Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one-kid idiot Dave Koco from Wrestle, a podcast on YouTube, KocoSports. I also stream every single Friday, never missed a day ever in my life on YouTube and Twitch KocoSports. I was there at Korakuen Hall for this review. Road to New Beginning, January 24th, 2024 in Korakuen Hall. And it's Okada's last match in Korakuen Hall for New Japan. Very emotional night. I think win, loss, or tie, I think most people would give it a win just off emotions alone. In-ring wise, watch out, guardrails. Okada is probably one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but I do critique him. I think him leaving is a good thing for his career, and I think New Japan losing wrestlers are nowhere near as bad of a problem of they don't know what they are. And this is showing it. Okada's career has absolutely been fantastic. Has he lost a step or two? Yes. Is he still one of the best wrestlers in the world? Yes. Are we going to miss him? Yes. Was there some man tears and cheering? Yes. So atmosphere, I give it a huge win. I'm glad I got my ticket. I think I was literally the last ticket to get in. I was very lucky. We had to act quick, and I got to see him. And yeah, just a huge fan of him. And I want to see him do well, and I hope wherever he goes, WWE, NXT, AEW, TNA, wherever he goes, I just hope that he shines. I hope the world gets to see a great version of him. And plus, I think the standards of Japan, wrestling fans in Japan are way higher than those in America. And I think he doesn't have to have the insanely good matches in WWE that he does in what New Japan was. And it's very interesting. But yeah, it was an emotional night, and I don't know. I am very worried about New Japan's future. And it's weird. Kenny Omega and the Bucks leaving? Not a big problem in my eyes. Okada leaving? Did it hurt? Did I have man tears? Yeah. Not a big problem. Will Ospreay leaving? Really not that big of a problem. I think the problem comes with the booking, and this card exposes that. And it's not the athlete's fault. Like Okada and a bunch of others, Tanahashi, they're like, well, the athletes have to step up. Here's the thing. We used to say, oh man, could you imagine Dolph Ziggler in New Japan? Oh, I'd love to see how good this guy could do if he was in New Japan. I noticed something. The fans that live in Japan now are like, ooh, the War Dogs. Yeah, I would love to see him in AEW. I'd love to see the War Dogs in Noah. You're not the place that people want to see wrestling anymore. You're not the king of sports. And everyone, the athletes have to step up. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Ghetto needs to step up. The fucking booking, the storylines have to step up. I said this on the podcast. I don't know which order this stuff is going to be posted. I apologize. Been really busy, sick, and lazy. Combination. And I was there with my friend's 6-year-old son. My friend was there too, but he has a 6-year-old son. And his 6-year-old goes, wow, everything's the same. And if he notices it, how the fuck ain't there more English-speaking people or ghetto noticing this? It's utterly insane. This ain't the king of sports. This is the king of guardrails. This is the king of heels coming in and doing heel tactics. It's fucking embarrassing. And it isn't the athlete's fault. Losing Okada doesn't change. All Okada would do was stall the process of rebuilding. He would mail it in, and he would have a fucking 10 to 15 minute match where it would actually be a 30-minute match, but only 10, 15 towards the end would he even attempt to try. It isn't the athletes. It isn't. It's just You have to fucking let your athlete shine. And you don't do that. I mean, the guardrails probably got more action than any athlete. It is insane. I don't know who's in the back calling spots. I don't know. But I was just happy. You know, I saw Muda's retirement. I saw Liger's retirement. I saw a lot of last matches. And I was glad that I got to see the last match of Okada in New Japan. But the future scares me because who are we booking for? Who is this for? If you are brave enough to watch a different company, are you coming back to the King of Sports? And the perfect example I give, I'm just going to pick a random wrestler. Okay, hold on. Give me... All right, yep, he's good. Let's go with him. Alex Coughlin. Alex Coughlin is the guy that I'm going to pick on and award. Alex Coughlin in New Japan is going to throw the guardrails. He's going to cheat. He's going to throw people into the guardrails, and then he's going to slam the guardrails down and threaten fans. He's going to cut promos. I'm a foreigner. I don't use a fork. I don't use chopsticks. I use a fork. His career is going to be stuck forever in New Japan. He's never gonna fucking improve. He is that guy until he can go to AEW. And here's the thing. When it comes to Alex Coughlin, nice mustache, put him in Noah. I'd pay to see that. Put him in All Japan. I'd pay to see that. Put him in AEW. I'd pay to see that. Would I pay to see him wrestle in Korakuen? Probably not. No, that's not fair to Korakuen. Would I pay to watch him in New Japan? Probably not. And unless the booking changes, this is all he's going to be for the rest of his career until he moves on to another fucking company. Oh, who knows? Maybe they'll lose enough white guys and he'll be the leader. There's so many people that fucking don't deserve the title of King of Sports. And that's it. Dolph Ziggler's coming to New Japan. To wrestle who? Who's he going to fucking wrestle? And even if they are a talented wrestler, fucking they're going to shit it behind a gimmick. Red Narita. All right? Yeah. Does he have great matches? Of course he does. Is he going to shit it up with his fucking gimmicks? Yeah. All right. Who else is going to fucking wrestle here? All right. We're scrolling up. There we go. It's just like most of these characters are the same fucking people. Over and over and over again. And all they got is gimmicks. It's Okada's last match. Oh, it's the first ever cage match. Oh, it's the first ever coffin match. Oh, it's the first ever fucking match. Fucking House of Torture fucking Bickety Bam match. When are you going to let these athletes fucking wrestle and have great matches? When? When are they going to have great matches? I just want to know. They're just going to fucking waste each other's fucking time forever. Forever. And hell, if we're the King of Sports Entertainment, then so be it. But to be this embarrassed over and over and over again. A couple people in Japanese and English were saying, this is why Okada's leaving. Yeah, Korakuen was packed. They had tears in their eyes. They love everything Okada did in his whole career. Okada, Tanahashi, Naito, Nakamura, they saved this fucking company. We need another batch, but we also need to fucking let those guys shine. Right? You just have to fucking figure out what you are. And if you're the King of Sports Entertainment and this is going to be House of Torture and all that, There's no reason watching you. There's not a reason to watch you. And it's sad. All right, let's break it down. Okada, we fucking love you. I hope wherever you go, you fucking shine. And I think with you leaving, it exposes the problems that everyone that watches every event have seen. If you're not loyal to this logo, if you're more loyal to New Japan than you are the king of sport, you might be the problem. But who knows? Maybe that's what it is. Which part of the logo is more important to you? Is it the New Japan Pro Wrestling or the King of Sports? There's two different things. You going, oh, House of Torture ain't that bad. You like the yellow part. But if you're like, fuck, I just want to see a good match, the King of Sports. And I just ask you from the bottom of my fucking heart, stop calling yourself the King of Sports. The King of Sports is, oh, I'd love to see Dolph Ziggler in New Japan. The King of Sports is, wow, what could Daniel Bryan do in New Japan? The King of Sports is, what can this indie guy possibly do in New Japan? Oh, man, this guy doesn't get enough time, but if he got to New Japan, it would be different. We could see if he's a good wrestler or not. That's what the G1 was all about back in the day. The problem isn't Okada leaving. Salute. The problem isn't Will Ospreay leaving. And it isn't the athletes. And until we fucking realize that as an English-speaking community, we'll suffer. My Japanese friend said it best. Well, to sell out Korakuen, I hope they have more guys leaving. Oh, God, thank you for the memories. Thank you. Someone has to step up and stop blaming the fucking athletes. The athletes are not the ones that need to step up. Think about it. Nakamura. What if you put him in House of Torture? Where does his career go? Naito. What if you put him in fucking War Dogs? Where does his career go? Okada. What if we fucking put you in Just Five Guys? Where the fuck does your career go? Tanahashi. We're going to put you in fucking one of the 17 different Bullet Clubs? Where does his career go? Your bad storytelling is ruining careers and ruining a company. And above all, when I say, hey, here's fucking random wrestler A on the New Japan roster, and people go, I'd love to see him wrestle in Nowhere AEW. You are not the fucking king of sports. And it's not because Okada's leaving. It's what you are staying. And it's what is staying. All right, let's break it down. I didn't think I was going to get that fucking deep, but here we go. The Young Lions did a fucking amazing job. Thank God he didn't wrestle too much. Oleg and Kanto and Murashima, I just was really fucking impressed. It was a 6-minute match. I was really fucking impressed, and I'm excited to see what these new Young Lions can do. Don't fucking... Oleg is now part of Bullet Club. Oh, Kanto is fucking... Oh, he's a fucking House of Torture. Don't do that. Don't fucking do it. Oh, fucking Murashima, he's actually a fucking wizard from the fucking Middle East, and he can fucking spin spells. Don't do that. Next, I thought this was match of the night, and here's the thing. Dear Japanese wrestling, Noah, New Japan, All Japan, listen up. I would rather see a 1v1 match for 6 minutes than a 30-minute 5-on-5 match. But it depends. All right, why do they have 5-on-5, 6-on-6 matches? I know why. And it's because it depends. That's not the reason. And the real reason is outdated, and they need to get past it. I would rather have this match right here 1,000 fucking times than one 5-on-5, 6-on-6 match. Zack Sabre Jr. beating Tiger Mask in 6 minutes and 30 seconds is better than any 5-on-5 fucking look we're going to throw you into the fucking goddamn guardrails. Guardrails! Go back and watch this event if you don't fucking believe me how much they threw it to the guardrails. Like, people were fucking giggling. It's fucking ridiculous how much they fucking did it. Outside of the Okada match, this is probably match of the night. It's fucking simple. They got the fucking job done. 1v1 shorter matches. Way to go, boys. Second match. You got Ishimori, Chase Owens, and Kenta. They defeat Taguchi, Hikuleo, and Jado via roll-up. Guardrails! That match happened. Next. You have House of Torture, Evil Show, Takahashi Kanemaru. They pinned Homa. He was tagged up with Yo, El Desperado, and Tamatonga. Guardrails! Oh, there was fucking cheating involved. King of Guardrails. That match happens. And then, I honestly can't believe they went back to back with this. They literally went back to back with this with the same spot. So they have House of fucking Shit, and then they follow with Bullet Club, right? And they literally start the match and do the same fucking spots back to back to back to back to back. It is fucking ridiculous. Say it with me. Guardrails! Yada yada does say. Anyway, Clark Connors pins Akira, and yeah, at least it was short. Next, you have Taka, Yuya, and Taichi. I want to see great things for Yuya. And then you got LIJ, Bushi, Tsuji, and Shingo. Here's the thing. I was talking to a English-speaking friend who visits Japan maybe once to 3 times a year. And he was like, man, LIJ's number 1. And then we thought about it. LIJ's was number 1 because they were very popular. They're number 1 now because the other fucking units suck balls. It's like, yay, fucking House of Torture, yay. And that's my thing. Why not just make it one big fucking heel faction? Like, what's the difference? What's the fucking difference? This match was pretty fucking decent. You got a 10-minute match. Shingo wins with powerbomb over Taka. I think Tsuji and Yuya could do some amazing things. Just take them away from fucking Guardrail Central. Take them away from fucking everyone's a goddamn heel bullshit. And yeah, not bad. So we're going in a step direction. Next, you got Takahashi and Naito against Sonata and Doki. Doki submits him, and the cool thing is he doesn't let go of the submission, and Takahashi cuts a pretty cool promo afterwards saying, I don't blame anyone, but I kind of blame Naito. So it was kind of interesting. Doki does get the submission, and we'll see where this goes. But yeah, this wasn't too bad of a match. Next, this is the match of the night. How is this not the main event? How is this not the main event? This is what sold out Korakuen. This is Okada's last match at Korakuen. Ishii, Tanahashi, and Okada defeat Fujita, Shane Hayes, and Mikey Nichols. The Mighty Don't Kneel. Fujita looked absolutely amazing. Okada does get the win. Then he forfeits the title, gives a speech, and it was emotional. People were chanting Okada. People were singing. It was loud. It was just absolutely fantastic. The match was solid, but the atmosphere was to remember, and there was a ton of man tears. I haven't seen that many man tears since Muta retired or Liger retired, and it was just a celebration of Okada's career. Everyone was just begging for a Rainmaker. He delivers. He does get the win. He is the champ, but he's given up. Now there are people that have a great point that Okada really didn't put anyone over on the way out, and he's only going to be taking on Tanahashi. These are all great points. I think they're solid points. I don't know what I would have done. I think a lot of these titles, like people are leaving, just get rid of them. Like Okada, 6-man tag, gone. Who's the big Samoan dude fucking leaving us? I don't know. He made a couple appearances this evening. But, he was the never champ. Don't lose it to Evil. Just keep the title and get rid of it. And where the fuck is Finley's son? Ain't he supposed to be destroying all these fucking titles? You just have way too many fucking titles. Way too many. I bring a friend every year to Wrestle Kingdom, and even he only watches one. He only watches one. He only watches one wrestling event a year, and it's Wrestle Kingdom. And even him, he's like, dude, why is everyone a champion? Why is there so many fucking titles? It's ridiculous. When he gets rid of the 6-man tag, just fucking dump the titles. I had high hopes for this title, but they're going nowhere. Okada, thank you for the memories. It was something magical. I'm so happy that I got to go in there. And yeah, this was definitely the thing. And I just hope wherever Okada goes, he doesn't get lost in the softs like Nakamura or Finn Balor or others. And hopefully he can be a star. I feel right now he's going to WWE, but I could be wrong. Could be going to AEW with a long shot of TNA. Either way, if he shows up on any of those 3 shows, I hope they shoot him to the moon, and I hope the world gets to see Okada. Obviously not at his best, but if New Japan World is working, and he doesn't have to be his best in America. I know it sounds fucked up, and I probably shouldn't be saying this shit out loud, but I'm just going to be honest. He probably doesn't have to be his best. Doesn't have to fucking try that hard. Doesn't have to fucking try that hard. So who knows? Who knows? It'll be interesting to see where he goes. I always joke that he should have the different hats, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be drafted. Will I be drafted? Will I be drafted by New Japan, Noah, or the Foot Clan?" Okada is headed to the Foot Clan. That's right. He's gonna be the leader of the Foot Clan. A little college thing would be pretty awesome. Obviously, you wouldn't get the pop of the live audience, but it would still be pretty cool. And it'll be interesting when he does show up. I think his contract ends in 2 days of the recording of this. And he still has, I think, 1 or 2 more events in February, but they're not in the Tokyo area. So wherever Okada goes, I just want him to shine. That doesn't mean I'm not going to critique him. I find that to be weird. I saw a podcaster being like, "Oh, I don't consider myself media because I'm such a super fan." And I respect that answer so much. I just respected it. I was like, all right, at least he knows. At least he effing knows. You know, it's such an honest answer. So there you go. Okada, good luck wherever you go. Just get rid of these titles. It's going to be silly. Got to put on the Mighty Don't Kneel after this. And then the main event, a few people left. A lot of people were bored. It picks up towards the end. These are 2 great wrestlers just fucking held down by booking. Like brawling out. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is what old, fat, lazy piece of shit legends do. The reason why they do shit like this is because they can't go in the ring. And the fact that you're booking your young superstar talent the way you would book a fucking ECW legend at an indie event scares the fucking piss out of me. Because that means deep in your heart, you don't think these guys can wrestle. And they, in my heart, I believe they can, and you can't book. See, Ghetto, look. You think you can book, and they can't wrestle. And I think the opposite. It was a very rough start to the match. Of course, there's fucking guardrails, guardrail mania. They book around the thing. It doesn't pick up towards the end. Once he comes out into the orange seats and does a couple moves, hits a table and stuff, that's when the match really picks up. But as far as them showing talent, it's once they get back in that ring, you know, they have to do their House of Torture shit. They have to do the old, I'm not what I used to be, ECW legend fucking run around the stadium. Then they did a really decent 2 table spots. And then it's like, okay, now we can wrestle. And when they actually fucking get in the ring and wrestle, they're fucking amazing. Just, why can't we just have fucking nice things, man? Why can't we just have the King of Sports? Ren Narita versus Shoto in a legit fucking match. Sure, keep the 2 table spots, whatever. I'll let it go. No fucking, oh, I'm up in the fucking crowd bullshit. It was like, okay, fucking Jesus. Guardrails. All right, guys, listen, we used to have a rule when, like, you could only do so many things so many times. And this is called booking and being an agent. Guardrails twice a night. That's it. That's it. We got to fucking calm down on those guardrails. These are 2 amazing athletes that were slowed down by fucking shit ass booking and should not have followed Okada. That's it. My friend's kid said, man, I'm fucking bored. And I'm like, me too, kid. Me too. It's like, this is fucking long. I'm like, yeah. And it would have been nice to hear Okada's music end the show. But overall, great athletes, great wrestlers, horrible agents booking or whatever you're going to do about it. All right? Stop booking these guys like a 98-year-old, forgive me, Balls Mahoney. I love Balls Mahoney. But when he turns 98, that's how I'd literally book his match. You're like, oh man, do you want to book a 98-year-old Balls Mahoney? I'm on it. All right, listen, you're going to go through the fucking crowd, get a fucking couple table spots in, and just finish at the end. It's not the king of sports, man. But as long as people love logos and corporations, we're going to be in for the dark ages. One friend, to counter my point, one friend did say since Tanahashi has taken over that the House of Torture, Bullet Club, War Dogs, that's one fucking faction. Can we just call them the shitheads? The shitheads have been, their cheating has been a lot faster. And I'm like, oh, I guess that's good. I guess it's good. You know, they don't cheat as long. So I honestly think we're at a crossroads. And I think when I tell the story of New Japan's history, it's not who left us. It's who stayed in power will be the downfall. And if not, if it's successful, it's because they've changed their fucking ways. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting situation. Overall, let me see. The first 2 matches were pretty good. Pre-show was good. Tiger Mask was good. Only 6 minutes. The rest of the match is shit. LIJ match, the 6-way was average. Takahashi, Naito, Sonata, Doki was a little above average. Okada was emotional good. Shota was booked horribly but wrestled great. I'm going to give it a ghetto win. Meaning, it would be a win if fucking... You know what? No. I'm going to give it a win with guardrails. Guardrails! Go back and count how many fucking times they run into the guardrails. Go ahead. Is it over under 20? It's just, holy fuck. New Japan I'm going to go to 3 to 5 events. New Japan will never have our priority. I might go to the last night of the Lucha event. But New Japan, until they improve or I see the card, I can't make them a priority to go to live events and give them my money. And if you're enjoying it, my answer to you is you'll enjoy anything. Like, if you're like, this is fucking great, Dave, you're an asshole, you will like everything. But there's a group of people that don't like everything. And if you're going to advertise the king of sports, you got to fucking deliver on that. So, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. It was an honor to be in the building. I'm not going to lie to you. Got to keep it real. Like, comment, subscribe. And with that, I am over. Hey, hey, look at that. KocoSports.